It do look a Christian man. Two Looker coming to you back with another tutorial today. Today's tutorial is going to be about what is the best thing to invest in for the year 2020. If you want to know what that is, come take two looks with me and stay tuned. And welcome to my channel again. If you haven't done so already, please hit that like button and subscribe. I am Mr. Two Looker coming to you with this fresh, crispy tutorial that's going to be very pragmatic in its approach, user-friendly for all, whether you're a beginner, novice, or if you are just someone who doesn't want to put yourself in a proverbial box. If you're a person that don't want to be considered a beginner or a novice and you don't like being placed in a proverbial box, this lesson or this tutorial is for you. It's very practical for everyone to use on a daily basis throughout not only the year 2020, but also throughout the rest of your time. As it's something that I use and I feel like it's something I could share, and hopefully it'll help someone out there, and the money out there in the world, I believe, can take something from this pragmatic approach that's going to enhance their life. We can all learn from any and everybody, so this one is for you, okay? First and foremost, we want to know how to invest properly in the year 2020. What's the best way to do this, you ask? To invest in, like the screen says, your health. If you are not healthy, you can't invest and live a life that's going to be conducive to being able to live properly. You know, they say that old saying goes and rings true to its form: health is wealth. If you're not healthy, you can't do anything. So spend that extra time in the morning. Wake up in the morning, set that alarm clock up while other people are sleeping. Wake up at 5:30. I could say this because I've practiced this approach in my life. I'm a veteran from the United States Air Force. I did that for over 20 something years. So I know it works. If you get up at the wee hours in the morning, take care of business, and that business is to make sure that you're physically fit, it's not only going to enhance you physically, but mentally and spiritually, you're going to be on tip-top shape. You're going to be razor sharp. You're going to be very aware of everything that's happening in your life in every aspect as well. So you want to basically keep this in mind. First and foremost, when you're investing, invest in yourself. And these are the three best things that's going to enhance your approach to investing in yourself. And that's first and foremost is investing in your health, getting healthy, making sure that you're eating right and working out so that you're going to be mentally, physically, and spiritually sound and fit to accomplish all your goals that you have either on your vision board or if you just write it down. I'm one of those from the old school. I would say that, but I say I'm one of those that believe in pragmatic approaches to everything. So I'm going to say, hey, have a vision board to do certain things, and I'm going to just remind you, you don't need to do all that, spend that extra money. You could just get you one of these friendly composition books and write down what you want to do, okay? And we're going to get further into that, but first and foremost, let's stick to the point. In what we're talking about right now, you want to invest in your health. Put that time in your exercise routine, whether it be walking, running, swimming, or jogging, riding a bike, whatever, doing yoga, whatever it is, invest in your health first and foremost in the year 2020 to be successful. Because remember, health is wealth. Second way to invest in you is to increase your knowledge base. How do you increase your knowledge base? Is by getting up and taking action and answering the call. How do you answer the call? Is by looking at where you are, decide on where you want to go, and do it. The old saying that knowledge is power is true to a certain point. I believe in it, but I add this caveat to it. So knowledge really is potential to have power, but you must take action to accomplish and to reach and achieve your goals, and hopefully to surpass your goals. And how do you do that? By increasing your knowledge. You could go to the library, rent out some books, go to the library, stay there, read some books, go to Starbucks, read the books, go to Books A Million, read some books, get a Kindle, have a Kindle, download your books, whatever you need to do to read. You have to read. You can read some of the old famous book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Think and Grow Rich. Many more books out there on finance going to motivate you to get to where you need to go. That's going to increase your knowledge base. And you can still go back to college. You can still go back to school and study certain courses that's going to enhance your knowledge base to get to where you need to go. But first and foremost, you need to write it down, pray about it, because I still believe in that faith aspect, and then write down a plan that's going to help you achieve that, and then take action. That's what I use, and that's how I applied everything that I set my goals to. I called it my 2 steps. Step program will help you. You can make that vision board, you can get extravagant so you can look at something every day, but I'm all about reading, so I used a composition book, wrote down what my plan was and how I was going to take action, then I did it. And I give you a key example. Back in the day when I was in the Air Force, I was starting my educational journey, going back to college to get my associate's degree. We called it a CCAF degree in a certain field, but then I start finding out, hey, if I keep doing this amount of classes within this amount of time, I have my bachelor's degree. Okay, you following me? So I start taking 3 courses, 4 courses, and so on. I start increasing the amount of courses I was doing. I start clipping and taking Dante's test. What that is, you could test on the knowledge that you gain throughout the year on a specific subject, and you're scored on that, and then you're able to gain college credit. Okay, so anyway, when I was saying that, oh, I'm like 10 hours away, I'm very close to getting it, I had an individual that worked with me that was hating. He was drinking some haterade, and he was saying, no, you don't know what you're talking about. It's going to take you much longer to achieve that goal and get your bachelor's degree. And I just looked at him, I said, man, you don't know about what I'm doing. You don't know the program that I'm doing. Don't let people discourage you from reaching your goal, because you know what your goal is. You already wrote it down. You already see it on that vision board. However approach you take, you already know where you want to go. You have to be able to see it. You have to be obsessed with your goal for success. You have to be able to see it, believe it, speak on it. And I believe in that, because even in the Bible it says faith without works is dead. So that means if you believe in it really true and you're obsessed with it and you don't do anything to achieve that, it's not going to go anywhere. Okay? And that applies in the real world today. You have to be able to write it down, visualize it, believe it, be obsessed with it, and take action. Create you an action plan to achieve your goals. And that's the second way you can invest in you. Increasing your knowledge base, reading those books, going back to school, and moving forward by taking action. So the first 2 ways to invest in yourself: increase your health, getting up early in the morning, working out, being physically fit, taking anything and everything, eating right, that's going to make you healthier. Third way to invest in yourself properly is to increase and upgrade your network. How do you do that? Research, seeing what conferences are happening that's on a specific subject that you want, whether it be how to invest in the stock market or whatever, how to be a successful entrepreneur. You go to those conferences, meet people, show yourself, exchange business cards, exchange phone numbers, exchange social media IDs so your network can grow. One of the most famous ones that everybody seems to know about is called LinkedIn. You can create your network and increase it there as well. And one that people tend to forget sometimes, that's very practical, very common sense approach, is the church, the local church. You can go to the local church and you can create a great network by being a member. Meet some great people there as well. Meeting people, because if you're hanging around, that old saying, birds of a feather fly together, you don't want to be flying around with people that's not successful or what you define as being successful. If you want to be a millionaire, the way to find those millionaires. If you want to be a successful entrepreneur, work for yourself, it's a way to do that by networking and talking to people, asking them how to do that. Will Smith made that famous movie called The Pursuit of Happiness, and that it was a true story where the individual, the main character was in there, was living a mundane life, and he wanted to be successful. And he changed his network. He upgraded his network. He became mentally and physically and financially healthy. And that can be you by applying and utilizing these 3 tips that's going to enhance you and your approach. It's very pragmatic, it's very practical, but a lot of people always seem to forget how to get there. Don't let people steal your time, because time is money. And remember, knowledge is power with action. Without action, knowledge is only potential to gain power. Increase your health by going to that gym, setting that alarm, getting up at 5:30 in the morning, going to that yoga class, going to that physical fitness class, going to lift those weights. Whatever you want to do it. That's going to make you physically fit, keep your mind sharp, and get you to where you need to go. And how you do that also is by going back to school, increasing your education, going back to school to get that degree that you're in. I can speak on the degree program because, again, I already identified I had people that was trying to hinder me from getting and gaining my bachelor's degree by trying to discourage me. But because I was physically aware and I knew that I already did my research and I already had identified my action plan to achieve that said goal, I knew what he was saying was bogus. And then years later, I finished the story. That individual ended up asking me to write them a letter for a college that they was trying to attend, because I just jumped ship. I have 2 master's degrees. I have one in business management with a major in marketing. I have another one in public administration as well. Would like to end this. I hope this video has given you a little insight and reminded you and refreshed your mind what you need to do to be successful and how to invest in yourself, because investing in yourself is the best way to do it. Some were going to say, you didn't touch on finance basis. Yeah, invest in yourself first. Give yourself 10% of whatever earnings you make. Yes, those things do apply, but I just wanted this video to be very practical in a sense to where you understand you have to invest in yourself to get your mind right. Change your mindset so you can achieve your goals and increase your knowledge, because knowledge is only potential until you take action. And also, too, to increase your network so you can be hanging around those eagles that's flying high in the skies, that are millionaires, that have their homes. I bought my first home back when I was 24 in the state of North Carolina. I'm in my second home right now in the state of Texas. So I have accomplished and utilized everything that I've talked to you about today. Hope these are some keys, the 3 keys that can help you along your life's journey. Always important, I like to say, I always give things in life 2 looks, because you never know what you're gonna see the second time around. Please hit that like button and subscribe. Please hit that notification bell so you'll know any and every time I upload.